Jack had been working, he'd just finished work, so we'd had food at home, we were just getting ready to go to bed. We heard where we lived, we heard like shouting outside, so we looked out the window and we could see a car parked up, and there was a group of, like, you could tell they were teenagers, 16, 17, surrounding this car, like screaming at somebody in the car. We couldn't see who was in the car at first.
Joe went out first. I got my shoes on, went out, both in pyjamas. Joe was in a dressing gown.
At no point did we tell them we were police or anything like that. We just thought, oh, they're going to run off. You know, if some adults come out, tell them to be quiet, they'll run off. But we were very wrong.
And it was quite obvious that something horrible had happened. They were pulling out the door, leaning in through the window. This female who was, I think she was late 30s, early 40s, just screaming for help.
When they saw Jack, because it was a mixed group, what I can remember, I think it was girls and boys, so the boys sort of moved away slightly from the car, and I could get closer to the car and saw that there was just one lady by herself in the car, and I didn't know where Jack was at the time, but I could just hear the lads sort of shouting, giving him some grief. So I went round to see where Jack was, and that's when I could see about 5, 6 lads just going for him, punching, kicking, like surrounding him, like screaming at him, and he was trying to, he was still stood up, but obviously he was trying to get them off him, but there's no way one person's going to get 5 or 6 lads off you. He's like the person you love more than anything is there, and you don't know what they've done to him because you've not seen, you don't know what's happened. You're scared, aren't you? You know, you don't think, you just step in. It was awful.
Just unbelievable. When Joe stood in front, and you know, rightly or wrongly, she was only defending me, I suppose. But when she was begging them to stop, you know, attacking her and shouting and screaming that she was pregnant, and they didn't stop. I think I'll never forget that, I don't think.
Well, that's when I knew it was bad, because if they're not bothered about beating up a pregnant woman who you can clearly see is pregnant, they're not going to stop at anything. So I thought, we're in trouble here. I just thought, am I going to lose this baby that we've tried so hard? We spent 2 years trying to have the baby, and I thought, I don't want to lose my husband, and I don't want to lose this baby.
I think I reached over, grabbed one of the lads, which made a bit of space, but unfortunately, one of the other lads brought something out from his waistband, reached over Joe and stabbed me in the top of my arm and my back. Luckily, we weren't too far from the house. I knew that I had a bat inside, so I ran in, got the bat. As soon as I ran out with the bat and obviously tried to defend Joe, they all ran off. I think I made the decision to try and detain the main offenders. Managed to grab hold of one. Unfortunately, when I grabbed hold of him, they all came back. So then I got another kick in. Still managed to defend myself, still managed to hold on to the lad. And that was when all blue lights and sirens came. They obviously starburst and got picked off one by one. So police did a cracking job.
It wasn't until after everything had sort of calmed down, police had got there, that I realised like how bruised I was. You could see on my thigh like a trainer imprint, obviously where I'd been kicked that hard.
I think I chipped a tooth, I got broken ribs, and obviously the two stab wounds.
Straight away I knew, I said to Jack straight away, I can't live here anymore. It was just not that we just didn't feel safe, it's a constant reminders. You do the right thing as a person to help somebody, and this happens where you don't feel safe. And I didn't do it because I was a police officer, I did it because I'm a good person. And if that was my mum that was being attacked in a car and nobody went out to help her and something happened to her, you'd be devastated. So I am pleased with what I did and what we did, but it's just, obviously we had to face the consequences afterwards.